On April 10, 1912, the RMS Titanic set sail from Southampton, England. It was the largest and most luxurious ship in the world. People called it unsinkable. The Titanic carried more than 2,000 passengers and crew. First-class passengers enjoyed grand dining halls and elegant suites. Second-class travelers had comfortable cabins and fine meals. Third-class passengers, many immigrants, dreamed of a new life in America. The ship's crew was proud to serve on such a masterpiece. The voyage began under clear skies and calm seas. Passengers explored the decks, marveling at the beauty of the ship. Children played in the corridors, their laughter echoing. Musicians filled the air with gentle melodies. The Atlantic stretched endlessly around them. Days passed in peace and luxury. On April 14th, the weather was unusually calm. The sea was so still it looked like glass. The night was moonless, with only the stars above. In the crow's nest, 2 lookouts kept watch. At 11:40 p.m., a dark shape appeared ahead. It was an iceberg, looming in the path of the Titanic. The lookouts rang the warning bell 3 times. Iceberg right ahead. They shouted. The ship's officers ordered a sharp turn to port. The engines reversed, but the distance was too short. The iceberg scraped along the starboard side. The collision felt gentle to many on board. But, beneath the surface, steel plates buckled and tore open. Seawater began rushing in through jagged gaps. 5 watertight compartments were breached. The Titanic could stay afloat with 4 flooded, but not 5. Captain Edward Smith was called to the bridge. He quickly understood the ship was doomed. Lifeboats were ordered to be uncovered. Many passengers didn't believe the danger was real. They were told to wear life jackets just in case. The ship's band continued to play music. Officers tried to load lifeboats, but there was confusion. The rule women and children first slowed the process. Some boats left half empty. Cold night air bit at the passengers' faces. Stars shone brightly over the dark ocean. Below deck, water flooded cabins and hallways. Crew members urged people to move quickly. Some refused to leave their belongings. Others searched desperately for family members. In the wireless room, operators sent distress signals. CQD, CQD. This is Titanic. Sinking by the head, they tapped out. A nearby ship, the Carpathia, responded it was coming, but it was over 3 hours away. The Titanic's bow sank lower into the water. On deck, people clung to hope. The band played hymns to keep spirits calm. Steam hissed from the funnels into the night. The list of the ship became more severe. Panic began to spread. Some men tried to rush the lifeboats. Officers drew weapons to maintain order. The cold became unbearable. Ice formed on the railings. Lifeboats pulled away, filled with frightened faces. In the water, small chunks of ice floated. The cries of separated families echoed. Captain Smith moved quietly through the decks. He helped passengers before returning to the bridge. He was last seen standing near the wheel. At around 2 a.m., only a few lifeboats remained. The stern of the ship began to rise into the air. Lights flickered, then went out completely. The roar of breaking steel filled the night. The ship broke apart between the 3rd and 4th funnels. The bow sank quickly into the depths. The stern crashed back into the water, then lifted again. People clung to anything they could. At 2:20 a.m., the Titanic's stern slipped beneath the waves. Silence followed for a moment. Then came the cries of hundreds in the freezing water. The temperature of the ocean was below freezing. Hypothermia set in within minutes. Lifeboats drifted nearby, afraid to return. Survivors huddled together for warmth. The stars still shone, indifferent to the tragedy below. The Carpathia arrived just after 4 a.m. Lifeboats rowed toward it, carrying the exhausted survivors. Faces were pale, eyes empty with shock. Crew of the Carpathia hauled them aboard. Hot drinks and blankets were given out. Survivors looked back toward the empty horizon. Nothing remained of the Titanic but scattered debris. News of the disaster spread quickly across the world. People mourned the loss of over 1,500 lives. Stories of bravery and sacrifice emerged. Some gave up their seats for others. Some stayed behind to keep the ship calm. The Titanic became a legend, and beneath the Atlantic she rests to this day. This was not just a ship, but a symbol of human ambition, and a reminder of nature's power. If this story kept you listening until the end, there are many more like it. True stories where hope meets fate. Stay with us, because the next one will take you even deeper into history.